Greetings, and welcome to the Saved by Nostalgia podcast.
I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
I feel the need for speed.
Sweep the leg. You have a problem with that.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Look what you did, you little jerk.
Murdoch. I'm coming to get you.
Get busy living. You get busy dying.
You are next.
And the thing is, after all these years, I still look back with wonder.
Pleasure here on the Screen Squad podcast to welcome actor, musician, entertainment mogul, Jason Weaver. Jason, welcome to the show. How's your summer going, and what's going on in your world, my man?
Oh, man, everything is going great. First of all, it's a pleasure to be here on the show, man. It's really, really cool to get up with you guys. Summer is going absolutely fantastic. I've been enjoying it, working on a lot of different things right now, and it just really enjoying life. No complaints. No complaints. How's your summer going? How you guys?
Hey, we're here in Missouri, 100+ degrees, but we're trying to make it through, so no complaints here. Got our summer going on, got you on, so definitely can't complain.
Awesome.
Well, Jason, we wanted to start off trying to figure out how you got into singing and acting. We know your mom was a singer, so that probably led you into the music career, but how about acting? How'd you get started in that?
Well, actually, the acting thing just kind of naturally came into place in my background with music. My mother, of course, she was a jingle singer in Chicago and a background singer for Curtis Mayfield and Aretha Franklin and a list of other top musicians and singers back in the day. And me and my cousins, the next generation of our family, we just came up under our mothers. Just kind of watching them and observing, and of course, we initially started going into the recording studio and working, just kind of developing who we are as singers and songwriters and all of that. But I just kind of gradually moved into acting from doing commercials back in the mid to late '80s. Chicago was a major hub for advertisement firms to come and get like their jingles, for their national spots and their national campaigns. And it just got to a point where I think one guy in particular, when I was at a recording studio doing a session, he had asked my mother if I'd had any interest in possibly, getting in front of the camera and auditioning for some commercials. And the ironic part about that was that, maybe a couple months prior, I'd expressed genuine interest to my mom and letting her know that I wanted to kind of move into that and test it out to see if it was something that I wanted to pursue. And so, the opportunity kind of just presented itself. The universe just kind of opened up and, preparedness met opportunity. And that's just kind of how I made or how I segued into that particular genre of the entertainment industry. And, ever since then, it's been a gradual climb. But I've been very fortunate enough to, have a mother that really supported me during that time. Really knew the ins and outs of the business, to where I wasn't taken advantage of, and to where I didn't more or less end up like a lot of kids that come into the entertainment industry and then eventually kind of fall off to the wayside and get into other things. I was just very fortunate to where my mother really knew the business, knew the right people that I needed to connect with and align myself with. And, just my God-given talent, which I'm blessed to have, and my enthusiasm and my work ethic just kind of matched with the opportunities that were being presented to me at that particular time. And, things just kind of took off from there.
Well, Jason, in 1992, you find yourself in the film The Jacksons: An American Dream, and you played Michael Jackson from age 9 to 14. And first off, what was your were you a fan of the Jacksons and of Michael's, before this? And what was your experience just on this film? And how much did you learn about the life of this family as you did the film?
Oh well, to answer the first part of the question, yes, I was a huge fan of Michael Jackson. I think anybody, that was fortunate enough to be around that time, when Michael was definitely at the top of his career. I mean, you couldn't help but to be a huge fan of him and his family. My experience in working with them was very rewarding. I learned so much, about them. I thought that I knew a lot about Michael Jackson and the Jackson family, prior to me working on that particular show. But I learned so much more about them in the course of filming that particular project. And I'll say this, regardless of whatever's been, presented in the media about them, they're a very close-knit family, and they're very much like a normal family like everybody else. I just think that their circumstances are a little bit different because they've always just been in the public eye since they were children. But, from what I could gather from the amount of time that I was able to spend with them and learn from them, all of them were really, really great people, from Jermaine to Mr. Jackson and Mrs. Jackson, on down to Michael, Janet. I mean, they were just all really, really great people, and I'm grateful to them to this day for giving me that opportunity to be a part of that, because that's more or less what kind of kick-started my career. I had done a few things prior to that, a few feature films. I'd done one other television show prior to that, but that was really the door that opened for me that kind of allowed the public to connect with me, and for people to kind of latch on to me at that time and roll on my journey with me. And some of those same people that started off with me then, with the Jacksons miniseries are still rocking with me to this day. So, that whole experience was just a major blessing and something I'm extremely grateful for.
Yeah, we definitely enjoyed you in that. After that, you move on to The Lion King. Nobody knew then what kind of epic film that would turn out to be, a Disney movie. You play the singing voice of young Simba. How'd that come about for you?
That actually came about during the time when I was doing the Jacksons. And during that time, Disney and Elton John and Tim Rice were looking for vocalists to kind of fill in these parts. And they were recruiting people, and I think just by word of mouth, and then with Elton John also coming to the set of the Jacksons miniseries that particular day, I just happened to be performing a scene live, one of our concert scenes, and he just kind of got a chance to hear my voice. I didn't know that he was attending that day on set, but he was, and then I got a call from my agent at the time, maybe about, I don't know, a week or so later on, letting me know that Elton John had expressed some interest in me possibly coming in and auditioning for the singing voice of young Simba in The Lion King. And like you stated earlier, at that time, I really had no idea how successful that show was going to be, and how iconic, those characters and some of those songs would eventually become. But I rolled in there with a level of enthusiasm and hunger, because I did want the opportunity to work with Elton John. I was familiar with his work, although I was very young at that age. I was familiar with who he was. And of course, I was a fan of Disney, grew up in Disney films, or grew up watching Disney films. So I definitely wanted to be a part of something what I thought would eventually become history. So I went in, I sang the songs that, they had given to me maybe a couple nights prior to learn, and I went in and executed. And the next thing I knew, they had told me that they wanted me to, run with them for the long haul of the film, and I would probably have to come in periodically to do touch-ups on the vocals and stuff like that, which I did a couple times during the course of them putting together the animation and putting the other speaking voices together and stuff like that. And then the next thing I knew, a few years later, the trailer was out in the theaters, and then it eventually became, the huge hit that people, know it for being now. So again, that was another situation where, preparedness just in that opportunity, and God just blessed me with just an extraordinary opportunity to showcase my talent to the world, and it's something that I still have on my resume to this day, that people, still trip out over, and that people still enjoy. As a matter of fact, I just took my son, when it came out, I guess like a couple of years ago, and he was like 11 at the time, and me and him went to the theater and saw it together.
Wow.
And, that was something that, that really hit home for me, exactly what kind of film that I was a part of, because, the ironic part about that is that when, at that age that he was looking at it with me, was the age that I did it. So it was just, it was just a major blessing, and I continue to still have, a great relationship with Disney to this day, and I'm very thankful to them for the many opportunities that they presented to me to allow me to showcase my talent.
Well, yeah, you mentioned that, and you've done singing work in movies, commercials. You're an actor, and then in '95 you come out with your CD "Love Ambition" through Motown Records. What did that mean for you to come out with a CD of your own?
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, that was another situation too that kind of just not fell into my lap, but came around, during that whole time that I was doing the Jacksons. Because a lot of the people from Motown were just coming to the set out of, just curiosity. Some of the people that have worked there in the past, and then some of the people that have been currently working there at that particular time. And, of course, I mean, when you're seeing a kid that's playing Michael Jackson, I'm sure, like any record executive would think, they just thought it would be a great opportunity for me to get a shot to record an LP. And, it was a very rewarding experience. I mean, I experienced some moderate success with that album. Songs that were on that project that to this day, a lot of people, especially in my hometown of Chicago, still enjoy and still rock with. And, I got a chance to really do something that I felt strongly about, and do the kind of music that I've always loved listening to while growing up. So to get that opportunity to work with Motown Records and with Gerald Busby, who was the head of the label at that time, and Steve McKeever, yet another rewarding experience, and a lot of knowledge that I took from that particular time period. So, no, that whole experience, with working on the Jacksons to the Lion King and working with Motown, it's all been very rewarding. And, some of those lessons that I learned back then at a very early age, I still can apply them to this day to my career and the direction by which I'm going.
Well, I know you've done some TV, and of course, I mean, Sister, and also Smart Guy. But Smart Guy, I've got to bring that up because what a staple of my middle school years, is watching Smart Guy, on afternoon television, coming home from school. And Smart Guy was such a good and funny show, really underrated. And you still see reruns of it today on Nickelodeon. Such a good show. But just what was your experience working on that show? I mean, just around such a funny cast and just a really endearing bunch of people.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, the people that I had the opportunity to work with on that show, from Taj Mowry to Essex Atkins, to JJ, to Omar Gooding, I mean, every day coming to work was just a fun time. I can't say enough about those people that I worked with on that show. We were definitely one big family, even outside of work. These were people that I was interacting with and hanging with every day, and we still talk to this day. We'll still get up from time to time and have dinner and all of that. Of course, everybody's grown and everybody's matured, and everybody has their own lives. But if the opportunity presents itself, we can really get together from time to time and reminisce and just catch up and just hang out. We definitely do that, and that was yet another opportunity that Disney had presented to me to be able to do that show, and that really that allowed me to really connect, I think, with my fans at that time, and showing them kind of like my comedic talent and who I really was, because a lot of who that character was, Marcus Henderson, was who I was at that time as a young man, right? I mean, with the exception of Marcus being stupid and not knowing what.
Want to distance yourself from that part.
Exactly. But, as far as how he was, the interaction with his family and with his best friend, Mo,
musician.
Play my Omar Gooding. I mean, that's who I was at that age. So it's very flattering when people come up to me even now to this day, and they're like, "Oh man, I love your character, smart guy, like he's so cool." You know, it's just very flattering because I'm like, man, little do they know, like a lot of that was just my natural personality that I just injected into that character. So that whole experience in itself as well was very rewarding. And now, you know, past the generation that loved the show then when it was actually on TV, you know, there's a whole new generation now of kids that will look at it on MTV2 or may catch it on the Disney Channel, that love it just as much and that are really into it just as much as the initial older generation was. So, you know, that's just kind of one of those timeless projects that, as an actor, if you're lucky to be a part of, you know, you just find a lot of joy in that, you know. So I'm very thankful for the people that, you know, love the show then and the people that still love the show now. That's dope.
You had 2 songs in the show that you got to perform, Love Always, Don't Hate Me for Being a Dog.
Yeah.
Can you talk about those 2, how those songs kind of came about for the show, and working with Omar Gooding? He was a tremendous rapper, still is, and working with him.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, those 2 songs, I mean, with the exception of Love Always was a record that I was going to come with on my second LP that I was going to release on Motown. Prior to me asking for a release, because I really wanted to, at that particular time, focus more on my acting. So I had actually scrapped doing a second project with them. So basically what we did was like take one of those songs that I had, you know, place it in the show, just so people can hear it, and then the Don't Hate Me for Being a Dog, that was an original piece that me and Omar came up with. Disney had like put us in the studio and wanted us to do a record that, you know, kind of fit around our characters and what our band was about. And I think our band at that time was named like Nacatocious or something like that.
Yeah, that was it.
So we just came up with like a fun little tune that we felt, you know, kind of related to the characters and related to the band and the theme of it. And, you know, we just wanted to have fun with it. You know, we really didn't take it that seriously, although we're serious musicians in our own right, and serious artists. We understood the position that we were in as actors to portray characters. So, you know, that particular song, especially was one that we just wanted to just have fun. And the funny part about it is that people really like that song. I get so many people like on Instagram or Twitter that will hit me like, yo, where can I download that song? Like, is it on iTunes? It's just amazing to me because it really wasn't built for that. It was built just for people, you know, to get a kick out of it, get a laugh out of it. But, you know, with all that being said, I'm glad that people enjoy it.
Well, I want to, you know, speaking of singing, of course, years later, you wound up doing a song with Chingy, and that's One Call Away, and that was a huge hit. I mean, in 2004, I mean, a lot of people don't even realize maybe that you sang with Chingy on that. I mean, what was that like? That song became such a huge hit. The hook that you actually sing is like so indelible. I mean, I just heard the song the other day, and I thought about you because that's Jason right there. I mean, what a great song that was, and working with Chingy. I mean, that was a big deal.
Yeah, that was actually a big deal. That whole thing spawned from my whole time of being in Atlanta, which is where I still currently reside. I commute back and forth between here in Los Angeles and Atlanta, Georgia. And basically, what that was a relationship that I had with Ludacris and his camp prior to him even becoming the successful rapper that he was. I've known Chris since he was a radio disc jockey at Hot 97 in Atlanta, like way back in the day. And one of his partners that he was on the radio with, this guy by the name of Poon Daddy, because they had a radio show called the Poon Daddy and Chris Lover Show. And Poon had called me up one day. I was actually shooting a film out here at that time, a film called The Lady Killer, starring Tom Hanks. And he had called me up because he found out that I was in town in Los Angeles at that time. He said, yo, man, you know, I think I got this really cool opportunity for you to get on this record with this artist that we just signed, Serving the Peace. He's from St. Louis. You know, we're looking for somebody to come in with like a youthful edge, youthful voice to this song that's just going to inject some personality and soul into it. And basically what it was, they had tried to recruit a lot of artists that were signed to Capitol Records at that particular time. But DTT, being that I had that close relationship with them, they really wanted to try the song out on me. So what ended up happening was that I went in on my lunch break while shooting The Lady Killer. I went into the studio, and I think that was about like 30 minutes. I sang the song down like maybe 4 times. They comped the vocals. Next thing I know, I got a call from, Disturbing the Peace saying that they were going to roll with it, and 9 times out of 10 it was either going to be a second or third single. And I was like, well, man, that's great. And, I was really, really excited about it. Unfortunately, the reason why a lot of people didn't know that I was associated with that song is that there were a lot of label politics surrounding it, due to the fact that Capitol Records at that time, the people that were heading it, wanted their artists, either one of their artists to do it. To be honest with you, like, they kind of just hated on me. Like, they really didn't want to give me the necessary just due and credit, for the song, because politically they were trying to set it up to, have that as a launch pad for their other artists that they were working with at that time. So, unfortunately, a lot of the recognition and the press that went around it, and as far as it becoming a hit, I really didn't receive at that time. I mean, it was really the public, when it was all said and done, like the fans that really spoke out and were the ones that were making sure that people knew that I was directly involved with the song. And even initially, the reason why the song was chosen as a single with my vocals on it anyway was because they had played all these different versions in a focus group, and the people chose what they wanted, which was my version of it. So awesome. In that particular case, I got to give a lot of credit to not only Disturbing the Peace and Ludacris and Poon and Chingy, but I got to give that credit to the people. They were the ones that allowed me to be a part of that song and allowed me to experience that little bit of success with it. So, thank you to yourself and all the other people that supported it and liked it, based off of my performance. I really appreciate that.
Hey, I mean, it's going to go down as one of the best of all time, so many more people will be listening to it and giving you praise throughout your lifetime. So, moving on, you've got Sons of Bobby Brown. That's your new group with Attitudes and Sky Keaton. What do you guys have going on? Can we look for a record coming out soon?
Yeah. We put out just a feeler single a couple months ago called "We Like 'Em All" that people can actually go to iTunes if they want, and they can go SoundCloud. We actually changed the name of the group due to the fact we didn't want to get into any legal issues. The new name of the group is called the Triangle Sound Project, and so people can look up the Triangle Sound Project and look up the song "We Like 'Em All," and they can download it. And yeah, we are going to be coming out with an album very soon, independently or through independent channels. And we're working with a lot of great people right now. We will be probably putting out another song, the latter part of August, coming into September, matching the video. So everybody should really look out for that because it's really dope. We're just really doing the kind of music that we like to do, which is a fusion of everything that influences us personally, from rock music to soul music to hip hop. Even as far as the way that we construct the songs and write them, we're big fans of country music. So we've been trying to kind of just inject all of those different influences that we like and that we enjoy into our music. And so far, it's sounding really, really, really great. I'm very proud of the project so far.
Excellent. We'll definitely be looking for that. And I tell you what, Jason, you've done so many things. I mean, I'd love to get into, ATL, Drumline. You've done so many good, like you said, Lady Killers. But, we'd be remiss if we didn't ask you. You're from Chicago and a big sports fan. And, of course, here at the Screen Squad podcast, we are part of the Great American Sports Network. We do all sports all the time. Jason, we got to bring it up. The Chicago Bulls, they don't get LeBron, don't get Melo, maybe Kevin Love. What's going on with those Bulls, man?
Man, you know what? I really don't know, man. We're kind of just in a really weird position. Our organization has always been one of those that, when the right elements come around and when the stars line up, we win. That's just Chicago sports in general. Whether you're a Bulls fan, Bears fan, Sox fan, Blackhawks, even Cubs fan. I'm a Cubs fan, although I'm a Southsider. Of course, we've never won anything to save our lives, but
We know all about that here in Kansas City.
Exactly. But as far as the Bulls are concerned, Gary Krause has been there for a long time. You know what I'm saying? As our GM and trying to build the right team that the city can get behind. Of course, my heart is broken that we really can't utilize Derrick Rose the way we like to right now due to him and his injuries. But I got to be honest with you, and I hope no one takes offense to this, but, I'm kind of glad that we got rid of Carlos Boozer. I think we just need some people in there that can be, more consistent. I think that was one of our better trades of people that we let go of. But in the past, the front office has made some questionable decisions, which leave us as the fans, feeling kind of down from time to time and disappointed at the end of the season. But I do feel that at some point in time we're going to be able to rally around the right kind of talent around our organization, and hopefully, I don't know if we'll be back to the golden era where we were when we had Jordan and Pippen and Horace Grant and Paxson and Chris Livingston and all those guys,
Luke Longley,
Cartwright and all those people. I don't know if we're ever going to get back to that dynasty that we had. But I do think that you put the right talent on the court, who could get with Coach Thibodeau, who could take in all the information, and can really run the plays and execute them well. I think that we could compete in the East. But the East, I don't know, man. I mean, the West is clearly dominating right now, and I think as it stands right now, the East is just kind of up for grabs, especially with the dismantling of Miami now. I don't know. It's really just one of those seasons that's kind of just a toss-up. That's kind of just up in the air. And I want to be optimistic, about our upcoming season. But I got to be honest. I mean, I really, really don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see those things really kick off. And really, you can't really look at our team at the beginning of the regular season and then determine from there what we're going to be. You kind of just have to see toward, mid-regular season and hopefully looking like, we have the option of going in the post. But I have faith in my guys, man. I mean, I'm a Chicagoan through and through. I'm a Chicagoan from Chicagoan. So no matter what, I'm always going to stick with my guys. I'm not one of those fair weather sports fans unfortunately, like how Miami fans are.
Yep.
Took a shot to the Miami fans. There you go. Take that.
We're not Miami fans anymore, so it's okay.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. I was even looking at the Miami fans and they were crossing out LeBron on the mural. That's just ridiculous. Chicago fans, we're a blue-collar town. We're loyal to one another. We're loyal to our city. We're loyal to our team. So the only thing that I can say is that my prayers are going up for the Bulls. I'm going to try to fly into Chicago to catch a couple games, especially when LeBron gets there, because I really want to see him up close and personal.
Of course, your buddy Sky Keaton will be
man.
there, a big LeBron fan, following him over to Cleveland. So.
Yeah, you know what? And I'm happy LeBron went back over to Cleveland. I never lost respect for LeBron. I thought what he did, I thought it was necessary. If he wanted to win a championship, I mean, let's be honest here. Being a professional athlete, you have a small window of opportunity to accomplish whatever you're ultimately trying to accomplish in your respective field. So, as a businessman and as a player with a winning mentality, I totally understand where LeBron was coming from when he went to Miami. Did I feel as a sports fan that he could have stuck to Cleveland and just bit the bullet and rode it out? Well, yeah. I mean, if you're a real sports fan and you're all about the concept of team, and you're all about building a team from scratch and being a leader, then yeah, you're going to look at it that way. But let's be honest, it's a different league than what it was years ago during the golden era when we had Bird and Magic and all of that. There's a constant revolving door of super talent that's coming in. So, when you get that opportunity to be that guy that can win the championship, go ahead and do it. But I'm glad LeBron is back in Cleveland. I'm very happy for the city of Cleveland. I think that they deserve that. They got him and Johnny Manziel. It's going to bring in a lot of money for the city of Cleveland. It's going to help to revitalize the economy there. And I just think that's an awesome thing. And I look forward to seeing what they're going to be doing in the future. And on that note, as far as the LeBron or LeBron James, if people want to check out, there's an animated series that I'm directly involved with that comes on YouTube called The LeBron.
Yep.
That I'm one of the voices for.
You play Condor, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, if people want to go on there and check it out, all you Cleveland fans out there, all you LeBron fans, if you love him, you love his work, please check out his cartoon and, you know, give us more views. I think we're actually going to be hopefully going to network soon, but as of right now, we're getting a lot of action on the internet, and I just hope that, you know, all of his fans will continue to support the project.
Oh, Jason, great stuff, man. Love LeBron. Just check that out a little earlier. Love it, love it, love it. Hey, tell you what, man, we've kept you way too long. You're the man, and I tell you what, we'd love to have you come on and just to talk sports with us sometime as football season kicks off, and then basketball. I'll tell you what, man, we can't be more appreciative of you coming on to talk to us today, Jason. You're absolutely just a kind soul and a great talented person, and we can't thank you enough. And we just hope you have a great rest of the summer, and we got to catch up soon again, my man.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. And like I said, to you guys and everybody out there, you know, listening, man, I really appreciate the support over the years. You guys really don't know how much that means to me. And man, keep supporting my work. Like, I'm out here. We are still working and still doing great things, and we'll continue to do great things in the future. So thank you to you guys. And I would love to actually come on and talk sports with you all because I have a lot more to say. We got an interesting football season coming up. You're going to see what Manziel has in store. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see what Clowney's going to do down there in Houston. So, I would love to come on and talk, man. I'm all about sports. That's all I do is look at ESPN all day. So let's make it happen.
You are welcome anytime, my friend.
Absolutely, man. Thank you so much, and we'll definitely catch up again soon. We'll send you our link, and you can check out our website, Great American Sports Network, and we'll get you back on, and we'll talk some sports for sure, my man.
Absolutely. Well, you guys take care and have a great rest of the summer.
You too, Jason.
Same
Thanks
to you,
a lot.
Jason. Thanks. Take care.
Check it out, come on, Girl, you know I'm dogging you. Girl, you know I'm playing you. And honey, I'm so fly. But, come on. Girl, you know I'm dogging you. Why you wanna play the fool? And honey, that's no lie.
You ain't lying, Mo will make you bounce till you can't stand still. Marcus got the vocals to make the mommies go local for real. We never heal like bad dogs, but none can beat us. We getting naughty with shorties and salsa with senoritas. We hard like DC, sweetly for TV. Pete on pound gets down, and you can't see me, but can you hate me for talking to you? Instead of arguing, you want me straightforward, baby. It's all on you, girl.